All right, welcome to another circus workout party. I never get tired of saying that. So excited to have you guys here. This is our 48th workout party. It's crazy. Tomorrow we actually have 2 workout parties. Can't hear me? Can you guys hear me? You can, okay, good. So tomorrow we have 2 workout parties. In the morning, we have a spine health workshop. So that's going to be a lot of little tidbits on how to keep your spine healthy, injury prevention, rehabilitation, all the good stuff. And that's going to be a specialized focus workshop just on that I'm co-hosting with Tylen. But it's not going to be like a super crazy workout, so you can come later for our party after dark to celebrate our 50th party, where it's just going to be me and Staza hosting, but it's going to be the Golden Awards. So if you come and you have gold, throw some on, but we're going to be doing little awards for whoever shows up, and we may invite some people specifically to receive some awards, so it's going to be silly and fun, and then it's going to be all booty workout and then some leg stretching. So I just had to share that because I'm really excited that we're reaching our 50th. And in celebration of that too, I kind of jam-packed the week. So we have 6 parties this week, including this one. And we have a 90-minute all grounded aerial intensive this week, and then an hour-long just dance intensive with only 2 coaches. So it's going to be really like focused, and I'm really excited. And then our full body love on Saturday. So thank you guys so much for being here. I'm Cressie, as always, super honored to host this. You're all familiar, so I know that you guys all know the drill here. I will go ahead and pass it off to our coaches for today, and I'm so excited.
Hey everybody, thank you guys so much for joining us today for our dance party. Go and dance it out, it's gonna be great. I'm Casey. For anyone I haven't met, I am a local Denver aerialist and dancer. Wasn't exactly sure what to wear today, so I decided to go full on ballerina for you guys. I got the tutu today. It is Tutu Tuesday, so we'll see how long the tutu stays on, depending on what my fellow coaches have in store for us, but it will be on until it cannot be on. I'll put it that way. Super excited. I'll be doing the cool down stretch section of the workout, so kind of bringing our heart rate down, getting some nice stretchy good vibe feels. So that'll be my section. I'm so excited you guys are here to join us today.
Hi friends, my name is Marisa. Lovely to see you all today. I decided to wear a sparkly dress. I'm going to do a little twirl here for my dance party honor. I'll be leading the dance party HIIT section. The goal is to get sweaty and heart rates up. And so we have a few different songs that will do different styles and different, breakdowns. So see you soon.
And lastly, I am Sarah. I'm an aerialist based out of Portland, Oregon at the moment. I had no idea what to wear, like a few of us, and I just said, when in doubt, neon it out, okay? So we're going to do a super mellow warm-up, kind of yoga-esque, no props needed, just your beautiful self, just to get ready for Marisa's high intensity workout. So go ahead and let's start on our mats, on our backs. So just kind of laying down or not taking a nap, but just get nice and comfy there. I'm gonna start my timer. All right, camera angle, perfect. So let's start on our backs. Let's take a moment to draw the knees into your chest. I have this beautiful orb of light here you can admire as well. So we're just taking our knees into the chest. Casey, the tutu, I don't know how this is going to work for you, I'm sorry. Draw the knees in a circle, so you just have your hands on your knees, just making, like, imagine your knees are 2 8 beaters. Move them around, working into the hip joint. Very good. And then opposite direction. You can have flex feet, pointed toes, doesn't matter here. Whatever you prefer. Very nice. And I don't know about you guys, I'm really craving some twists in my body with my spine and my side body. So let's take one leg nice and long and then draw the opposite knee to the chest and take your opposite hand to the thigh, just like a typical twist you've probably done in many classes. You're looking over your opposite shoulder, opposite direction that the knee is pointing. Think about relaxing your shoulder so that it can float towards the ground. Don't force it. If you have tight shoulders like me, it may not want to go all the way down. That's okay. And you can put a little bit more pressure in your hand onto your leg to get a little bit more of a twist. So really guiding that twist into your side body, your hip attachment there. Let's come back to center. Bring the knees into a chest this time. Curl nose towards the knees. You're rounding your spine. See if you can engage your core. So just enough so you feel a little bit of heat rise in your belly. Squeezing everything in real tight for 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Head back down. Opposite leg straight out. Bring your knee into your chest. Take opposite hand of the leg and just guide your leg over to the side for a nice twist. You might notice your shoulder pop up, depending on your flexibility. Big exhale, so you let that shoulder relax down. Looking over your shoulder, trying to check out everyone's outfits on screen. It's hard to see though, but you all look amazing, as always. Awesome, inhale back to center. Let's bring the knees into the chest. And depending on your spine, you can totally pass on this if you have any vertebrae that are a little more sensitive to this rocking motion. We're just gonna start creating a little bit of momentum, rocking through our spine, okay? So you're letting your heels kind of guide your legs over your head. Maybe you can get all the way to your high back. Rocking and rolling. You're ready for our dance party. We'll do this about 3 more times. And then the last one. Let's settle all the way into a fold. So stretch your legs out nice and long. You can flex and point your toes. And then inhale, let's take the arms overhead. Look at this beautiful sunlight coming in, I love it. And exhale, fold over the legs. So maybe you don't reach all the way to your feet, that's okay. You could kind of tent your fingertips on the ground. Just try and pull your chest. Think about your sternum reaching towards your kneecaps here. On every exhale, maybe you can just inch your fingers forward like little spiders. That's not really with our theme. That's more like Halloween theme. I can't wait for that if we ever do a Halloween. And then find your deepest stretch. You can curl your chin in towards your chest. And then let's just find this like side to side motion of the shoulders. Your head can move side to side as you're slowly rolling up. You can enjoy this pigtail swinging back and forth. I love pigtails secretly. They're my favorite. Until you're sitting all the way nice and tall. Let's take some nice head circles. Loosen up the neck, one direction. Don't force anything. You can start really gentle. Feel really good. And then opposite direction. Awesome. Let's find a nice tabletop position to kind of open our hip flexors, engage our glutes. So you want to stack your feet underneath your knees. For me, I need to walk my knees out a little bit further and think about creating a nice straight line. So you're squeezing your glutes, try and open your shoulders down and back. Stretching over in the fingers too. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Exactly. We'll just kind of pulse a few times, going down. And then up, really think about squeezing your glutes, opening your hip flexors to the sky. 2 more times. On the inhale, you rise. Squeeze the booty. Very good. And make your way to standing. Maybe you want to rock and roll a few more times, all the way up to a stand. It's a challenge, should you choose to accept. Awesome. Just going to adjust my camera here. So find a nice stance, feet hip distance apart. Let's just start with some nice hip circles with your hands on your hips. Firmly root through your feet. You can bend your knees ever so slightly to make this more comfortable. Just go one direction. Loosen up the hips. Maybe you want to really bring like your full body into it, moving your spine. Your head can go forward. And then opposite direction. So start with the hips. And then you can make it more of a full body or upper body movement. Round and around we go. Awesome. Let's inhale, take the arms up nice and tall. Come up onto our tippy toes. So find some releves. So keeping the arms straight up, straight elbows. We're just gonna go up and down. Think about hollow body taking the rib cage in towards the spine. For 3, you should feel your calves really waking up right now. 2, and 1. Awesome. Release the heels back down for a minute. Now we're going to do a really nice exercise that I love for warming up. So basically, you are going to go hands in the air, and then we're going to release our spine and bend our knees. So inhale, tall spine, arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, arms go back. Inhale, up. Reach tall. You can even come up on your tippy toes for that inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale. So 3 more times. The goal is to really let everything go on the exhale, rounding the spine. Last one. Very good. Do some windmills with the arms, just going to make sure. Okay, I think we're good on time. So yeah, we're just gonna find some nice twists. So just windmilling the arms side to side, slight bend in the knee, and I'm turning on my toe as well. So you can kind of find like a little squat in between. You're really just working on loosening the full body up. Really into twists today. It's just what I need. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. Let's lift our arms up to the sky. Exhale, take the feet just a little bit wider. Find a nice squat here. So really engage your glutes. Shift your pelvis forward. Inhale, and then exhale, drop one shoulder towards the center. Look over your opposite shoulder. Feel the legs starting to work a little bit, but not too much, because Marisa's going to take it up the next level. So just being really nice to our bodies here. And exhale, opposite shoulder dips forward. Inhale back to center. And then let's let our upper body fall over the lower body, straighten the legs. You can shift your weight side to side by bending into one knee and then the other. And then grab elbow to elbow. It's a really nice hamstring opener. So the goal here is just to make your upper body feel like a heavy sack of potatoes. Not holding on to anything. You can shake your head. No. Shake your head. Yes. Hell yes. And bring the head back to neutral, and let's move our elbows side to side. Let's Again, getting a little bit of a twist. Moving that stretch in between both of our legs really nicely. All right, and then bring the hands back to center, root down for both of your feet, slight bend in the knees. And let's slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. So you're not in a rush here. Head is the very last thing to rise. Yes, all the way to stand, and I want to say that's my time. I just need to make sure that oh, we got 3 more minutes actually. We're good. Perfect, so let's find a lunge. So take one leg down, doesn't matter which one, because we're gonna do both. Find a nice lunge here. That's it. Take our hands down on each side. So you're basically just framing your foot with your hands. You tent your fingertips and just taking the knee straight and then bent. That's it. Just finding some movement in the legs here. And then bend into the front knee. Keep that 90-degree angle. Inhale, raise the arms straight up. Exhale, find cactus arms. So we're creating these goalpost cactus arms. You can find a little bit of an arch too by bringing the elbows back and the chest forward. And then take the hands back behind if you'd like to get a nice shoulder stretch in. That nice stretch there. Inhale, release that. Take our hands down to frame our foot. Find all fours and just a little bit of cat and cow in between the other side. So as you're exhaling, you're pressing into the palms, letting the back grow towards the ceiling. And then on the inhale, lifting the chin, the sits bones up. Nice arch. Spinal movement is my favorite. Just really enjoy it. Use the breath. Come back to center. Take our opposite leg forward. You're gonna frame your foot with your hands. You can tent your fingertips. And then straighten and bend. I forgot which leg I did last time, to be honest. That's why people say left and right, I'm pretty sure. But this feels good regardless. And then let's find a bent front leg. Inhale, rise the arms up. Exhale, find cactus arms, goalposts. And you can find a slight arch by bringing the elbows back and the chest forward. And then release the hands down and back. Find a nice big shoulder opening here. Big stretch. And exhale. Release that, come to all fours. Do a little freestyle here so you can really just move in circles of all directions, the hips, the neck, and the rib cage. I've heard this called disco kitty, many sorts of things, but really just moving however feels good to you today. If you're like, oh, I feel some kinks in my body here or there, it's your chance to get it all out before you do our higher intensity stuff. So have some fun with it. No one's watching. You're in your living room, and that's my time. So feel free to just spend, 30 more seconds with that. Enjoying all of it. Thanks so much. I'm gonna pass it off to Marisa.
Thanks, Sarah. That was awesome. My body feels nice and ready to go for our next section. So I have 4 different songs for you. We're gonna kind of ease our way into it. And this first song is a little more tapping into your youth or your child playful side. This is one of my favorite songs that my friend composed. It's called 90s Kid. I grew up in the 90s, so it has a lot of fun youthful references. But I will show you what all the exercises are, and then we will do it. So The first one we're gonna start with, it's gonna be a straight jump into a single leg lunge that will alternate. So we're gonna do a big straight jump like you're shooting a basketball hoop. Take a lunge forward, shoot another basketball hoop, other leg, shoot your hoops, maybe slam dunk, always alternating which side. The second one is gonna be your hopscotch. Who remembers playing hopscotch? It's been a while, but you can do any hopscotch variation. You can kind of take it mellow. If you wanna go double time hopscotch, you get to choose your hopscotch flow. Then we're gonna take it down to a tricep push-up to a down dog. So I'm gonna go on my knees for this one, elbows in, tricep push-up, feet down to down dog, and then knees come back down again. If you'd like to push it a little bit more, you can do your tricep push-up in a full-on plank shape without your knees, but just passing back and forth between the down dog. And then finally, our chorus, celebrating 90s youth. We're gonna be in a low squat here. We're gonna be as low as you feel comfortable. We're gonna walk our hands forward to a plank, walk it back to squat, raise the roof, walk it back out, party time, bring it back in, raise your roof. We're always trying to stay low here, so we shouldn't be going high. But if that feels not so great for you, you can come high and raise the roof and then walk it out. Listen to your body, okay? And then all of that just repeats again. There is one little section where he does a bop. If anyone remembers bop, 90s classic hit, you can have a little bop, bust it out, and then we'll resume, okay? So I'll call out these different things. I won't be talking very much, but do little shouts. So, here we go.
Y'all know what this is. And you know what this is.
We're gonna start by shooting hoops.
Make a lot of sense.
Here we go.
Yeah, I was a 90s kid. Growing up with Auto Reggie Twist and Squid. When all the chicks were rocking t-shirt clips, playing Skip It and making written pops with my fists.
Hopscotch.
So made it, Clarissa explains it. Take me back to the boom box with this mix. Take some Walkmans, necklace for the best friend, and a gallon of gas was only 95 cents. I was afraid to call my girlfriend. I can admit
Tricep push-up.
up on her neck. And I couldn't send a text because it wasn't invented yet. So we passed the classic circle, yes or no notes instead. Facebook and Twitter, nah, we had chat rooms. The internet was brand new and it went a little something like.
Bring it to your squat.
Get off the phone. Sorry, honey.
Here we go.
Yeah, I'm talking about the 90s. That's where you can find me. It's a little debate and some standards to slide me. Like, end of the generation's best, I swear. If you grew up in the 90s, throw your hands in the air. The 90s, that's where you can find me. It's a little debate and some standards to slide me. Like, end of the generation's best, I swear. If you grew up in the 90s, put your hands up and
Shoot your hoops.
There in the world was Carmen Sandiego. She jacked the magic school bus to ride the reading rainbow. On adventures with the beats to meet the modern life of Taco, but she had an angry beaver, so they left her home. Yep, stuck on those VHS tapes. I'm like, I cheat.
Hopscotch.
Okay. Walking off to school, my supplies, Lisa Frank. Wait, yeah, what? No, I didn't have those. Those were girls. I kept it mainly in my trappers. Power Rangers fighting, books and candy wrappers. Speaking of books, I was hooked on the goosebumps.
Tricep.
Making shrines about a bubble gum. Forrest Gump was getting shot up in the pummel. I was blowing into cars and getting Mario Kart to run. DLC, no scrub, waterfall. After all that, playing MASH, I was back. Sure to end up in my slam book. My macarena skills will leave the roller dome shook. I'm in an origami fortune teller. Take a look. It says you really zig a zig bop, doobie da ba doo bop, doobie da ba doo bop, doobie da ba.
Find your squat.
Yeah, I'm talking about the 90s. That's where you can find me. Just a little kid begging some standards to sign me. End of the generation's best, I swear. If you grew up in the 90s, throw your hands in the air. The 90s, that's where you can find me. Just a little kid begging some standards to sign me. End of the generation's best, I swear. If you grew up in the 90s, put your hands
One
up
more
in the air.
time. Whee! Yay, good job. That was fun. Nice work, everybody. If you have water nearby, you might want to keep it. I'm going to grab a quick drink before we go into our next song.
Hey, Marisa, I think you've done this in the past with this song, but will you post in the event page a link to it? Because that song is awesome.
Yep. I will. I'll share it.
So good.
Okie dokie. Next one. I also took this from our decades theme weeks and weeks ago. It's a fun remix of No Scrubs. This one's gonna push our cardio intensity a little bit more. Here are the exercises we're gonna do. We're gonna do some knees up running. Pump your arms, knees up to your belly. If you wanna like double time it and go fast, you can do that. You could also do like a football run, like you're tackling somebody. So some kind of running. Number 2 is gonna be jumping jacks. Boom. You wanna give it some flair and spin around, you can do that. Then we're gonna go into a squat and a side stretch. So we're gonna try to stay low, like centered here. So it'll go from a center squat, side stretch, back to center, other side, back to center, side stretch. Then we'll do our jumping jacks one more time. Fun jumping jacks. Dance party. You have 2 dance party sessions here. Sorry, my flower is falling out, so we just got to adjust it. The first one is going to be popping it out. That, however that means for you. You might want to pop your chest or your butt or your leg. Some kind of like dynamic poppy big thing. Choose your style. The second one will be the can-can. You're gonna do opposite knee, touch your toes, opposite knee, touch your toes. Can-can, dance party. Then we start all that over again. Running, jumping jacks, side squats, jumping jacks, dance party. Am I missing anything? Nope, that is all. Okay, get ready for some no scrub action. I gotta start it a little bit here. Get ready to run. Here we go, run. Maybe a little faster. I don't want your number, no. I don't wanna give you mine, no. I don't wanna meet you nowhere, no. Jumping jacks. I don't want no stuff. As long as I can't get no love from me. Taking out the passenger side, his best friend's trying to holler at me. I don't want no stuff. As long as I can't get no love from me. Taking out the passenger side, his best friend's trying to holler at me. I don't wanna give you mine, no. I don't wanna meet you nowhere, no. Jumping jacks! I don't want your number, no. I don't wanna give you mine, no. I don't wanna meet you nowhere, no. Don't want none of your time. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is the kind that can't get none love from me. Taking on the passenger side. Pop it out! Trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is the kind that can't get no love from me. Taking on the passenger side. His best friend's trying to holler at me. Oh yes, son. Something you want me to live home tomorrow. Oh yes, son. I'll show you. Don't show love. Oh yes, son. Something you want me to give a live. No money, no, I don't want Bring in your jumping jacks. And squat. Also known as a buster. Always talking about what he wants to just dance on his broken soul. I don't want your number, no. I don't wanna give you mine, no. I don't wanna meet you nowhere, no. Don't wanna lay your time and jumping jacks. Walk it out. March in place. So we kind of slowly bring it down. A little step together. Make sure to breathe. Yay! Woo! Holy heart rate. Good job, everybody. Sweating. Flick your sweat droplet sparkles at everybody in the computer. Just kidding. Or do it. It's fine. Okay. Drink your water. Stay hydrated. Our next torture challenge. We're going to give standing a break. We're going to stay low for all of this. So we're going to bring it down. This is an ab of steel party. Here's what you're going to do. Your first exercise is going to be, we're going to go, these are crunches. We're going to do 2 with bent knees, 2 with straight knees, 2 and split, 2 other split. So that's a total of 8, right? I go 1, 2, straight, 3, 4, split, 5, 6, other split. That's 8. Okay. The second one is going to be your sassy hand bicycle. So for bicycles, we usually do knee to elbow, but we're going to do a little sassy flick. Give it some attitude. You're also welcome to punch if you're feeling a little more aggressive. Use some kicking. You choose for bicycles. Number 3 is a starfish and close. That is on our bellies. Starfish, arms and legs straight. Close it together. Open and close. Pretty simple. And the last one is going to be from a plank shape. You can choose whether you're doing a bent arm plank or a straight arm plank. Just your feet are moving. You're going out, out, in, lift and lift, out, out, in, lift and lift. If you get lost in any of that, that's totally okay. Just keep moving your feet. Make up your own thing, as long as your feet are moving in this plank. And then we repeat. Okay, so get ready for abs of steel and find your spot on the ground. It's gonna be so great. Okie dokie, here we go. Do a little seal stretch or side mermaid stretch. Any of that is good. We have one more song. Stick with me, guys. You're doing great. Last one. This one's my favorite one. So this one is called Island in the Sky Paradise, and I cannot wait until the day I can go back to the beach and hang out and be in the sun. So this is gonna be a celebration dance party. One moment, please. To begin, we are gonna do some circling. The theme is circles, however you want. Maybe it's head circle. Maybe it's chest circle. Maybe you're literally just spinning in a circle. Some kind of brief circling action. Then we're gonna take it to our lunges. We're gonna go front lunge, side lunge, back lunge. I'm just pivoting on my feet. My feet stay put and I'm pivoting on the ball of my toes. Ta-da! And then we go dance party. It's a celebration party. Whatever that means to you. Happiness. Show me your happy dance. Woo! Happiness in the sun, on the beach, in paradise. Then, my favorite part, you're going to paint your bubble. Imagine you have a big bubble surrounding you and you have to paint the walls of your bubble all around. Could be high, could be low, could be on the floor. Paint that bubble. Okay, what's after that? Skater lunge. We're gonna go side to side. Nice and easy. Hands into the center and then stretch when you go to the side. Da-ba-da. And then your last one is going to be plank runs. Let's finish strong. So plank runs, exactly like it sounds. Or mountain climbers, some of you guys might call it. If running is too intense, walk it out, that is fine. And then it repeats. Circling, lunges, celebration, bubble, until it's over. So, this is our last one. Let's finish strong. I'm stealing one more drink. Have fun in your paradise. Okie dokie. Let's start right away with the circles.
Light it up, and we smoke. Keep me high up off the ground. In a haze, in a crowd. We ain't never
Lunges.
we ain't never coming down.
Celebrate. Paint your bubble. Side lunges. Plank run. Here we go. Circles.
Keeping high up off the ground. In a haze, in a crowd. We ain't never
Lunges. Celebrate. Side lunges. Plank run. Last dance party. Celebrate. Paint your bubble. Yay, go team! Woohoo! You did it. That was awesome. Thanks for having a sweaty dance party with me. Drink water, stay hydrated. And I'm gonna pass it over to Casey.
Oh boy, that was awesome. Oh, I am so out of breath, guys. It's great.
May I ask a question while you catch your breath, Casey?
Yes, please. Please
First
ask
of all,
me.
that was incredible. If anybody, please let me know if you're not okay with footage of that dance party of you going online. I can just post, I got some of just Marisa, but I have some with everybody. So please let me know if you do not consent to that going online in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Cressie. All right, you guys. You ready to cool down? I'm ready to cool down. What about you guys? All right, so let's go ahead and find our way back to our mats. I will see how long the tutu will work with what I got planned today. I think I'll work with a lot of it though. I'm just a little worried it's a little dark, so I'm gonna scoop my mat off, sit on my dance floor so you guys can see my feet a little bit better. So we're gonna bring the soles of the feet together, everyone. Reach for your ankles, sit up super, super tall. And we were just on the beach having a blast. Now we're tired. We're those little clamshells. We just want to go back in our shell for the rest of the night. We're a little tired. So we're gonna sit up super tall and exhale, fold over. Take a couple of nice deep breaths and lift back up. And let's do that again, just a couple times, lifting over, folding into your shell. Feeling a nice stretch to the outer hips, lengthen through the crown of the head to sit back up. We have one more. Folding over. Feeling that heart rate coming back down. And lift back up. We're going to do the exact same thing, except scoot our feet out a little bit wider. So now we're making more of a diamond shape with our legs, as opposed to our triangle. You should feel this in a slightly different spot, a little bit higher in the outer hip. So just imagine your clamshell just grew just even bigger. Oh, and you're trying to take up all the space in your shell and lift back up. And again, this might feel a little different for some of you than the first one. It feels different for me. I like them both. They're both great to do. And maybe note if one feels better to you than the other. And just kind of know that that's an option for you for future. If you ever have an instructor bringing you through stretches like this, you know you can adjust where your feet are. That's always an option. Let's do one more. And let's bury our heads in our shells one more time. Good. And sitting back up. From here, we're going to go and extend our legs all the way in front. You can flex or point your feet here. Either one is fine, totally up to you. So we're going to ride the waves a little bit. So I'm going to bring my arms up overhead. I'm going to lift out of my hips to fold forward. And then I'm going to initiate from my low back to roll up through my spine, re-stack. Fold over and roll up nice and slow. So do this nice and slow. Don't make it fast because you don't want to get too dizzy. But just feel that really nice, juicy stretch to your spine. Sarah brought us through some similar spinal stretches in the beginning. So I just want to make sure we're realigning that spine before we finish. Go ahead one more, and then we're gonna go ahead and hang over. Again, similar to what we did in the beginning. From here, if you can reach your feet, otherwise just keep your hands by your ankles and just stretch. You can reach your foot, flex one foot really hard back toward you, and actively point the other foot. So really imagine there's energy reaching out to that heel, so I'm really feeling a nice stretch, not only in my calf, but up in my upper hamstring. Awesome. And let's go ahead and switch. Do a lot of hopping and jumping and dancing around, so let's really make sure we're getting those feet and those calves all stretched out after that. And let's go ahead and do one more time each side. If you can't reach your foot, don't worry. Just still actively flex it and reach your hands for your calf or your ankle. You're still gonna get a really great stretch. And switch it out one more time. Awesome. Yay. All right, we're gonna get into our hips a little bit here. If my tutu gets to be too hard to see something, just have Cressie let me know and I'll take it off. One leg in front, does not matter which. My other leg is gonna cross over. So I'm interlacing my hands. Again, kind of tricky to see with this tutu. I'm literally just bending my leg across and then pulling it in. So everyone should feel this in the outer hip of the right leg, sitting up super, super tall. And if you don't feel a stretch in your outer hip here, that's okay. You might be a little bit looser or more flexible in that area. So fantastic, great for you, I love it. For those of you that want to go a little bit further, I call this rock the leg. So you're gonna bring your right elbow into the your right knee into the crook of your right elbow. Reach for your right foot with your left hand. So you're bringing this leg kind of to a 90 degree. I am gonna take this off. I just want to make sure you guys can see what's happening real fast here. Forgive me as I strip right on the screen there. So holding it up, yeah, this will be a little easier for you guys to see. Yep, and I'm just rocking side to side. Imagine you're sitting in a chair on the beach, it's sunset, there's a soft breeze blowing, and you're just slowly drifting off. And then let's very gently lower that foot to the floor, reaching the opposite arm to that opposite knee. Sit up super tall. Let's take another little twist. Checking that that shoulder is drawing down the back and it's not up by the ear. Deep breath in and let it all out. And notice the shoulder relax a little bit after that. And release. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So one leg, opposite leg nice and straight. Cross the other leg over. Again, I'm just bending it across and pulling in. The more you sit up nice and tall, ironically, the more you're gonna feel this. Again, I feel this in the lower upper hamstring connecting into my outer hip. And for those of you that want to stay right there, awesome. You wanna rock your foot, go ahead and rock it. So again, it's kind of like my shin is roughly at a 90-degree angle to the ground here. If you want to bend that bottom leg too, you totally can. You don't have to keep it straight. And again, just imagine you're just drifting off in the breeze. Sometimes if I feel like I want to hug, sometimes I'll just start doing this. It's like giving yourself a nice little hug. I don't know, it's something comforting about it. Maybe I'm weird, but I like it. And then from here, let's go ahead and lower that top leg down. Sitting up super tall, opposite elbow to opposite knee. And my other arm is just reaching back behind me, yeah? And just looking back toward the opposite shoulder. Take a deep breath in, lift up as tall as you can, and then let all the air out. Fantastic. Awesome, you guys. All right, I'm gonna go after the hips just a little bit more, and then we're gonna get a little bit more hamstring, upper body before we wrap up. So I'm gonna double check my time, still doing all right. So, a couple versions of this one. So you can bend one knee at the bottom and then cross the other knee on top. So we're stacking the legs essentially here. If that's a little much for your hips, you can always come back to this version or this version, or if you prefer, you can cross the knees. So it's not quite as intense. So this one is a really nice option, and so is the stack. So play with both, maybe take a couple breaths in both and see kind of what your body needs. Sometimes my body likes one thing better than another on a given day. And then if it feels good, you can just slowly start to walk forward. I like to rock a lot. I love to move around in my stretches a little bit. Again, that's just me, so don't feel like you have to move around. If you want to do any little shifts, again, Sarah did some of this in her warm-up. It was really nice. So if you want to, if your body's still grooving from that awesome dance party with Marisa, feel free to move around a little bit. That floats your boat. And let's sit up nice and tall. Go ahead and switch legs. So if you did the bent knee version or the hip version, any of them, just do the same thing on the other side, yeah? And sitting up super tall, and again, release forward. And again, you can always sit up and shift side to side. Any little flowy movements, again, if that feels good for your body, please do it. I'm primarily feeling the hip of the leg that's on top. So that's, you feel it on both, that's usually pretty normal as well. Both hips might just be a little bit tight, but you should predominantly feel it in the top leg here. Awesome. And then coming back up, while we're here and our hips are just so nice and open, let's open up to a straddle. Does not have to be a big crazy one. And we're gonna do some of our little dance side to side stretches that we did in our dance party, but a little bit more passively. So I'm gonna reach one arm up and over. My other arm is gonna scoop under, and I'm gonna reach really long toward that straight leg. Once again, if you wanna add little pulses here, you can. You wanna draw some big arm circles, that actually feels really nice. You feel a nice stretch also to the side of your waist, which is great. If you did some circles, you can reverse them. Nice. Toes nice and pointed, reach, 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 lift up. Now let's turn and twist from our waist and face whatever leg we were stretching toward. I'm gonna flex my feet now and then stretch over that leg. Nose to knee, couple deep breaths. You have the range of motion. You can take the opposite hand, so I'm stretching toward my right leg, so I'm gonna take my left hand and try to interlace my fingers around the outside or the blade of my foot. Again, for those of you that that's accessible for, otherwise just hang over, reach calf, hamstring, nose to knee, but that's a nice, really deep stretch to stretch that shoulder for those of you that have that flexibility. It's one of my favorites. And then from here, let's go ahead and point those toes, rotate back to the side where we were, reach those fingers as far as you can, and lift it up. It's the same thing on the other side. Again, this arm can honestly just go wherever. I like to slide it under, but you can also rest your forearm here. And again, little pulses, little reaches. Again, I like to move around in my stretches, but you're welcome to just hang out, stay nice and still. Again, you can do a couple of those big circles, a nice shoulder opener in addition to hips and waist. If you do any of those, just make sure you go both directions. Yeah, I really like this one. It's slightly non-traditional, but it feels really nice. And then from here, we're gonna lift up, flex those feet, and twist in that same direction. Again, thinking nose to knee. Also checking to make sure, I forgot to mention this in the first time, really make sure you're anchoring that opposite hip. It's easy to want to lean too far. It's hard for you to tell on my camera here, but my hip's lifting off a little bit, and I want to keep that hip down. So even if that means you're not stretching as far, that's okay. You're going to get a better stretch and work better toward your flexibility goals in the long run. Once again, if it's accessible, that opposite hand can reach to the outside, or what I like to call the blade of the foot. And again, if that's not accessible, don't worry about it. Hands can honestly go wherever you want them to. They can reach back, fall back behind you. Honestly, just kind of explore and just see what feels good. Yeah? All right. Let's go ahead and rotate back to the side. Reach, reach, reach. Long for those fingers and reach it all the way up. And then from here, let's go ahead and lean forward. So nothing crazy, just a little reach forward. Flex or point your feet here. Toes pointing straight up toward the ceiling or slightly back. You don't want the toes or the knees rolling forward. We want to protect those joints, yeah? We're not trying to pancake it out or anything, just feeling a nice little stretch. You can do a little crab crawl, side to side if we're still going with our beach party theme. All right. Time, so make sure, oh my goodness, time flies. And walk it up. Let's take a little shimmy, shimmy, shimmy with those legs. Bring it out. Awesome job. All right. Last but not least, this is one of my favorites. I want to say this was done in a couple of the other workshops. I can't remember, but I want everyone to quickly lie on their stomachs. We're going to stretch out our back and shoulders. It's going to feel really nice. So I'm going to reach one arm straight out to the side, doesn't matter which one. And then I'm going to take my opposite hand to the floor, my opposite leg. So my right arm is out, and I'm going to take my left leg. I'm going to start to roll over toward that right shoulder. Your toe may not touch the ground, that's okay. And I'm just going to let my head release. But you should feel a really nice peck in your shoulder and deltoid muscle here. I like this exercise because if it's too intense, just back off on it a little bit. You're just using your own body weight to stretch. If for whatever reason you want to go further into this, the hand that's on the floor can reach up to the sky, or maybe be a big dramatic back bend, reach it behind you, or bend the elbow. Big dramatic pose here. And then reach, send that arm, if it was down, lower it to the floor, and bring that leg back through and lower. We're gonna do one more on this side and then do two on the other side to wrap up. So I'm gonna bend my elbow and check. Ideally, you want that elbow and shoulder on the same line. Again, my camera's kind of crooked. So we're roughly one on the same line. Now we're gonna get those pecs. Regularly, your pec muscles are really tight. This is one of my personal favorites. You're gonna do the exact same thing. If you're like me, this is gonna be more intense. So maybe you don't go as far, and that's okay. Once again, you wanna reach your arm up, you can. I will tell you guys one thing, as much as I've missed being in the air and I'm finally just getting back to it again, my shoulders and pecs are more open than they've been in a long time. So I remember back this used to kill me right here. Like, it's intense, but it's not quite as bad. And come back. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So straight arm first, and then go ahead and go the other way, yeah? So, goes to show there can be benefits sometimes of giving your body some rest, taking a break. You might feel a nice stretch to the low back here, really opening up that hip. One or two more deep breaths here. You guys are crushing this. Yeah, I hope this feels good. This is one of my favorites. And very gently come back. Same exact thing, except we're gonna make a 90-degree angle with that arm, lifting up super tall. Oh boy, this one's a little tighter today on me. And again, that is pretty normal. All of us usually have a dominant side. I'm left dominant, so this is my left side. So I'm feeling a little tighter on this side. One or two more deep breaths. Back to center. From here, let's go ahead and shift our weight back on our heels. I want everyone to tuck their toes. So unlike your traditional down dog, or sorry, not down dog, child's pose. That other one, tuck your toes. Really reach long through the shoulders. From here, I'm gonna walk my hands back so I'm on all fours. We're gonna reach those heels down to the floor, lift the hips up one more time. And from here, I'm gonna slowly walk my hands back toward my feet. Let's bend the knees and stretch 4 times. Four plies in parallel here. Just easy bend and stretch. Dropping the head. Straight legs, soft bend in the knees, and then roll it up nice and slow. Again, like we did with Sarah, the head's last to come up all the way. And rest. All right, everybody. That concludes our little cool down stretch. I hope everybody feels better, everything nice and loose after that dance party. Thank you all again so much for joining us. It really does mean the world. We appreciate any donations you're able to send our way, as always, but again, mostly just love to see you all and see your beautiful faces. So thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you, Casey, for that cool down. That was so great. I feel like my body has gone full circle and I am complete now. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. While dancing alone certainly has its merits, it's way more fun to dance with friends. So I appreciate you all being here. And yeah, have a good week.
Thanks so much, everyone, for being here. It's such a pleasure to show up each and every week and see all your faces. Thanks so much for your awesome sections, Casey and Marisa. Can't wait for more. I'm Sarah once again. Thanks for your donations and your presence. And I'm going to pass it off to Cressie.
I love you guys. That was so good. That was just so great. And I want to say that there's not a lot of, Marisa is actually the only coach that I have given like permission to do the music thing, because it is a pain in the butt. She makes sure that the music is not copyrighted, that we're not going to get blocked on YouTube, and she choreographs all those things. All the coaches work really hard, but I really want to extend an extra special thank you to Marisa for putting in the time to make sure that we are able to use the music and dance. And yeah, and the coaches, you guys are just amazing. That was such a well-rounded workout, so thank you guys so much for that. I just want to say again, for